Good morning. I want to share something that happened this weekend. I had a student in one of my classes, and she's getting her license. But in the meantime, she is currently under contract buying a place. So she told me that they ran into some title issues, and she asked me for my opinion on what's happening. So I told her that all she needed to do was go to the contract. And then I pulled up a contract, just like the one that she used. And I went to the section about the title. And I explained to her what the process is. Her agent, who happens to be a family member, told her, his explanation was, don't worry, everything's going to be okay. If you want to cancel the contract, you can. Now, everything's going to be okay? Sure. It's probably not a big deal, what she told me about. But they didn't explain it to her, and they didn't tell her that it could take months and months sometimes, that if she really wants the property, she should hang in there, but that she has an option to cancel, but not right away. None of the contract was explained. So what's the moral of this story? Whether it's family, whether it's friends, whoever it is that you choose to work with in your purchase, whether you're an investor, first-time home buyer, forget relationships for a second and focus on your biggest purchase ever until you buy something bigger, of course. Because hopefully in real estate, you're going to keep growing your wealth that way. But in the meantime, ask the agent to explain the contract to you. Don't ask them how long they've been in the business, because that doesn't matter whether you've been 30 years or 3 years. If your agent understands the contract, has been well trained, beyond trained, continues to grow and learn, that agent is good. It doesn't matter how long they've been in the business if they're learning, or they have access to a good team or part of a good team. Now, you can have an agent that's been around forever and they just don't grow. Having the license, there's a lot of people that have their license and don't use it. But forget about all that. Go back to what I was saying. Ask them before you sign anything to take out a contract and explain the process to you. If they tell you something like, well, it's the same contract that everybody uses and that's why we're using it and everybody signs it, they don't know the contract. Ask them a few questions. Ask them, can I cancel this purchase if I change my mind? Obviously, that's not a good question, because of the fact that as an agent, if you ask a question like that, I might wonder if you're serious about buying. But it is a good question after all. There are ways of getting out of a contract, because you need to get out of the contract, not because you just changed your mind. Although that at the beginning of the contract there is a way out. Ask them to explain the process, the inspection. Ask them to explain about title work. Ask them what it means to have a cloud in the title. Ask them what happens if, and come up with a few questions. If you don't want to go through all that selection, call me and ask me all those questions. And I'll share not only the answer to your question, but give you real life scenarios that I've been through that'll help you through the process. If you already have an agent and they're running into a problem and now you feel like you need to talk to someone, ask for their broker. Or you can also, if you already selected a title agency, call that title agency. I would love for you to call me. After all, youbettercallme.com is my domain. But if you're already in a contract, it's probably not a good idea. Anyway, don't think about these things after you're in a contract. Ask your agent what they can do for you. That sounds almost epic. No, seriously. Talk to your agent. Make sure they know what they're doing. And if you need to talk to someone to hire, to sell your house, to buy your house, whether you're looking for a lease, if you're doing commercial, I've been around for a while, done a little bit of everything, but I know the answer to the questions that you're going to ask me. Give me a call. youbettercallme.com. If you're looking at this, you probably already have all my information anyway. So dial, text, email. Thank you for listening.